Divine intervention is about to occur in your life, my gorgeous Gemini. You need to understand, you need to know, you need to be aware of the fact that you are going to be guided throughout the actual month of November 2023, but especially when it comes to the 11th of November. The 11th of November is a very, very powerful day indeed, and you can obviously tell why. It's because this in itself is the 11th month of the year. Now, the 11 in itself is a really powerful and it's a very strong number, and it really helps you, this particular energy, to reconnect with yourself on a completely different level. So this is the 11th month of the year. Now, on the 11th day of the 11th month of the year, you are gonna have a really outwardly experience. You are going to have an experience out of this world. This is how I can explain this, because when you have this particular experience on the 11th of the actual November, you will be able to feel something, and what you're gonna be able to feel, it is going to be playing a really significant role, especially when it comes to what are you going to stumble upon right after that moment in time. So it's a lot about 11/11, 11th month of the year, 11th day of this particular month. So we have 11/11. This is mind-blowing, this is absolutely brilliant, and this is going to be really good when it comes to you. So on the 11th of November, it's all about your own spiritual awakening. This is what you need to understand, my gorgeous Gemini. It is not only about the fact that divine intervention is going to occur, but at the same time you need to understand that you are being guided. So what is going to happen to you on this particular day? As I said, it's going to be something really weird, something really bizarre, something really strange, something out of this world. You will know, even if you don't believe in a different dimensions and things like that, which I doubt, because otherwise you wouldn't be on this channel in the first place. But even if you don't believe in kind of outwardly things, and the things kind of in a different dimensions and things like that, trust me that lots of you are going to have your eyes open indeed. So something weird is going to happen to you, something very strange and very unusual, and this is going to kind of be the beginning of the actual preparation, because later on that particular day, what is going to be really interesting, that later on that particular day, you need to understand that by you becoming aware of something strange, weird, bizarre, mysterious, you need to understand, and this in itself, it's really kind of your sign. It's more about your sign, your really, really good omen. This is going to really help you to understand how in tune with your own spirituality you are, my gorgeous Gemini. But at the same time, this is all your sign, that before that day comes to an end, you are gonna really notice something you've never noticed before, especially when it comes to you wanting to do something, you wanting to start something, you wanting to begin something, and you're really gonna surprise yourself. So you're gonna see something which you're gonna kind of connect to like never before. Do you see what I mean? I hope that this is not too confusing. So first of all, mysterious, strange, bizarre experience, but this is only gonna be a clear sign, an indication, your own guidance, the divine intervention is occurring like there is no tomorrow right now. And by the end of that day, you're gonna come across something, and what you're gonna come across is really gonna interest you, and it's to do with something that that you've never kind of interested in before. This is gonna be the first time ever, and this is something that you need to pay attention to, because this is something that you need to get on immediately. This is the part of your divine intervention. As I said, throughout this month there is going to be lots of divine interventions that you're going to become aware of. Pay attention to the 22nd of November in particular. Pay attention to the 29th of November in particular. These days are going to really kind of show you that there are other things to pay attention to, and there are other things that you should kind of really kind of plunge in as soon as you possibly can, you know. And this is also going to help you with an ongoing problem, to not to kind of give too much of yourself to some kind of problem, something very, very personal that has been on your mind for a while now. It's starting to drain your energy, some kind of problem that it's a very complex, it's very personal, and it has been draining your energy for so long. If you carry on just thinking about that problem, and you know, it's not going to be good, because it's going to affect your balance even further. So this is the part of your divine interventions. New things are about to start happening, new things are about to start appearing in your life, but these things are just part of this spiritual journey that you are on. It is not necessarily only about like you starting new things and trying new things and realizing that something is changing, something is moving on, but also at the same time you're protecting yourself from some kind of a problem that you've been going through, something very difficult, very heavy, something personal, okay, and something that just needs to kind of, that particular problem takes a lot of time to, you know, kind of resolve itself, for example, but very easily it can affect your balance. So this is also like kind of going to be so rejuvenating for yourself, because it is going to kind of help you to protect your own energy from some kind of problem that really started to affect your healing progress, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So this is important. And never mind the fact, when it comes to the actual numerology, my gorgeous Gemini, your number is number 86. This is a big mama indeed. And number 86 also means that, you know, when it comes to something that you're working on, when it comes to finances and financial situation, and when it comes to some kind of a project, something specific that you're working on, this is going to do really, really great. Number 86 means that you are going to have a very much so an important message which is going to surprise you, but then again at the same time, this important message which is going to surprise you, which you are going to get at around the 8th of November, for example, it's going to surprise you in a pleasant way, because it's going to point out something that you worked on, something that you were doing before, and it's just kind of didn't give you enough, you know, when it comes to the actual outcome. So, but it also like kind of got stuck in the process. So this particular message is going to be brilliant, because it's going to show that there's something that you've been working on and something that got stuck, but now it's start to move on. Now it's moving on, which is absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Gemini. This is what it is, number 86. So something is going to start moving on, which is absolutely brilliant. But at the same time, that particular thing, it's not only about that, but as soon as you become aware of what this is, so something is going to start moving on, something that was like kind of stuck in the process, and it was very, very slow, like, oh my God, but this means to you like so much. This means to you a lot. So you will know what this is, and it's going to happen at around the 8th of November 2023. But at the same time, my gorgeous Gemini, it's more about, as soon as identify what this is, it's not just only, oh yes, something is going to start moving on, fantastic, blah blah blah. No baby, no. This is going to be a sign and indication that this in itself, it's not final. This in itself, it's not to do with the final stage. So do not just leave it, oh yeah, fantastic, things are moving on, brilliant. No baby, no. It is more about you needing to understand that you still need to put so much more of your energy towards this. You still need to put more energy towards this. This is not final or anything like that, but it's your clear sign and indication. Not only that something is moving on, but it's more about what exactly do you need to put like kind of more energy towards in. The more you give, the more you're gonna get out of it as well. Number 86 also means that you are gonna have an absolutely mind-blowing like idea. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Gemini. This is like ridiculously important. This idea which you're going to have, you're going to have this idea in between the 25th and the 30th of November. In between the 25th and the 30th of November, you are going to have this idea. Something is going to really inspire you so much. You're going to come across something and this situation, something that you're going to be looking at, and you're going to be able to feel this, and this is really going to inspire you so much. You're really going to find yourself within this, you know, energy, within this dimension. And what is actually going to inspire you, you are going to have this idea in between the 25th and the 30th of November. For the love of God, you must not ignore this idea. It's going to seem something like, oh my God, it's going to require so much work, so many changes, like my goodness. But trust me, please, 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 the more you kind of take this seriously, better this is actually going to be in terms of how quickly this is actually going to manifest. And it's not only about you just like kind of like manifesting something really quickly and taking this idea seriously. This is really going to bring you towards, look at this, I mean, I'm not being funny, but this is the card that this is actually leading to. Fantastic, mind-blowing accomplishment. This idea is going to lead towards you doing something ridiculously smart, ridiculously clever. When it comes to your finances and your financial situation, this is going to be brilliant. But this is also going to be something that is going to make you feel so proud. You're going to feel so proud because it's bringing one of the biggest achievements of your life, okay? This in itself, it's important. It's showing that this is going to not only manifest, but it is going to bring a great success into your life. So you could be at any stage of your life. You could be 20 or you could be 95. It doesn't really matter. This is all going to make sense like literally never before. So important, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. And when it comes to the actual health and nutrition, what you need to pay attention to, my gorgeous Gemini, I really strongly need you something to actually try to detoxify your liver and kidneys as well. So you need to detoxify your liver and kidney. This is so, so, so important. When I say that you need to detoxify your liver and kidney, I can see a bit of a blockage when it comes to these parts of your body. But then at the same time, when I say that you need to detoxify your liver and kidney, I really mean to take something natural, something which is going to help you on a natural level, no chemicals or anything like that. So I really, really strongly recommend you, my gorgeous Gemini, to get something like a dandelion tincture, dandelion like a liquid, like a dandelion tincture. I think it's going to be much better than the actual capsules or tablets, but you could get like a capsules of tablets as well. But I prefer like fully to get like the actual tincture or a liquid, because it's going to get into your bloodstream much quicker and it's much better when it comes to the actual absorption by the body. So dandelion liquid would be absolutely brilliant, and it needs to be natural without any chemicals, and preferably I would not preferably, but definitely if you could get like an organic dandelion tincture, so that way you just make sure that it hasn't got any chemicals used, pesticides or whatsoever, so you get the best for your body. Dandelion liquid, you know, it is going to help. Dandelion, you know, like a herb, it is going to kind of help you quite a lot, especially when it comes to like not only liver and kidney, but when it comes to like, it's also absolutely brilliant to boost your immune system as well. This is something that you should most certainly be taking. So it's not only for the liver and kidney detoxification, but it's also to boost your immune system. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Gemini, or not. So now I'm going to talk about the very first date that I would like to recommend to you. The very first date, sorry. The very first day that I would like to recommend to you, it's going to be, of course, the very 1st of November. The very 1st of November, you are really kind of going to wake up in the morning and suddenly, you know what is going to be different? What is going to feel different? On the 1st of November, you're going to wake up the very first thing in the morning and there is something again going to be on your mind. Some kind of a problem, some kind of issue, and something that was affecting you for absolute ages. But you know what? it is really is to do with a specific person indeed. It's to do with a specific person, this problem that was creating, and you're not going to be able to do anything about this problem until you sort this out first with one particular person. It's not something that you can actually do by yourself. It's not necessarily to do like with the person, what the person has done, but it's really connected to one particular person. The only one particular person can actually kind of play a really big role when it comes to you like doing something about this problem, doing about something about this issue. And you knew this, you were aware of this, but you were maybe worrying like whether that person is going to explode, whether that person is going to be stroppy, whether that person is going to react in a really bad and negative way. So basically, when it comes to the 1st of November, you know, you are really going to wake up with this. You're going to wake up on as soon as you wake up in the morning, you're going to have that problem on your mind. But now suddenly you're not even going to understand where this is coming from. So suddenly you're just going to be thinking about the specific, some kind of specific problem that you didn't even really want to think about. But this is pretty much so connected to you talking to somebody about it, you see. And this was really like kind of putting you off, like, oh my God. And now suddenly you're going to wake up with this on your mind, and you're just going to feel so kind of confident, and you're going to feel so energetic, and you're going to realize, wow, I really want to do this. I really want to deal with this problem. This is because you had lots of like informations that came to you while you were sleeping prior, the night before. You had lots of informations that came to you, but you're not going to be able to recognize this by the time you wake up. By the time you wake up, the only thing that you're going to be able to recognize while you are conscious, you know, it's basically about you kind of feeling very confident about it, and you feeling confident about it and suddenly wanting to do something about it. It's like really going to surprise you, but this is going to be a great sign and indication that something is happening, something is changing, and you're already like a 50% there just while you're open-minded about it rather than anything else. So you are going to kind of think about that problem, and you are going to like really think, you're already going to kind of know what to do, because you are simply going to have enough of maybe your life, your certain things that you are very unhappy about. You will have enough of the certain things that are slowing you down. You will have enough of quite a few different things that are not working the way you want to work in your life because of this, you know. So because you're going to be thinking a lot how you couldn't do what you wanted to do in the last 8 months because of this, especially in the last 8 months, almost like as this was like a bit of like a self-imposed prison that you have kind of found yourself at, just because you were worrying so much. How is someone going to react when you say something to them? It's like that, along those lines. So now this is not only going to turn out to be brilliant for you, but it's also like kind of going to, you know, by the time you get to the 4th of November already, by the time, so you are going to really kind of go for it on the 4th of November. On the 4th of November already, you are really going to have a really kind of important and intense conversation with someone, and by the 8th of November you're going to have new possibilities that are going to come into your life purely because you decided to sort this out. Absolutely brilliant. And it's all going to start already on the very 1st of November 2023. Okay, by the time you get to the 2nd of November, my gorgeous Gemini, on the 2nd of November, it's going to be such a, you know, beautiful day. The reason why the 2nd of November is going to be so beautiful is like you are going to kind of be chilling out. You're going to be relaxing. There is going to be something almost like something magical in the air, something different, something unusual. This energy is going to be so beneficial for you because you're going to find yourself within really nicely, and this energy is going to have a really powerful impact on your life because it's going to put you in a position, in a mode where you will want to kind of chill out and relax. And I can see you chilling out and relaxing and maybe meditating a little bit, but it's important to mention that somehow you are going to find yourself like relaxing and in this state of meditation where we do, of course, indeed tap into so many different dimensions. We become so much more wise, so much more clever, but it's more about the insights that we get at the same time. So the point is that you're going to be relaxing, chilling out, and suddenly suddenly there is this insight that is going to come to you, some kind of like a realization about like the opportunity, an insight about some kind of opportunity. And this in itself, it's really kind of, you need to understand that this is like the beginning of a very important and clear direction here for you, that is going to come from somewhere very, very sacred. Just remember, when I started this, what I started this reading with, divine intervention, it's about to occur. This is the part of your divine intervention. You are being guided. You are being guided. Do not ignore that intuitive message which you are going to have, which is going to come to you while you're meditating. But you don't have to necessarily meditate. You can just chill out. You can just be relaxing and things like that. This is the part of your divine intervention, and this is clearly showing you the clear direction that you should kind of follow, you should go towards. This in itself is going to put you in a mode where you're going to realize that you need to start something here, and as soon as you start this, you know, the better it's actually going to be. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Geminini, would be this absolutely gorgeous larvikit. Absolutely stunning larvikit pendant, you know, and I'm talking about meditations and all these insights, you know, but this is like a larvikit is extremely calming, and it has a stabilizing effect, you know, on the mind and emotion, and it reduces stress. It reduces anxiety, and most importantly, it's fantastic to break a negative thought pattern. Absolutely, so important. Look at that, like shine like this. Look at how beautiful. It's got that very unusual shine in the light or in the sun. Absolutely beautiful, but very, very powerful. And you know, for you, it couldn't be perfect time when it comes to November, December, January, even February next year. These few months, the next few months, it's all about you breaking and, you know, and reducing negative thought pattern. And this happens because you've been through a lot, my gorgeous Geminini, for the last 2 or 3 years. And naturally, you know, the part of your subconscious mind is like kind of, there is a lot in that's kind of warning you maybe about things that you shouldn't be kind of worrying about in the first place, let alone like a receiving warning. So this makes you just a little bit more anxious and a little bit more paranoid at the time when you should be just kind of going forward with your life without questioning yourself or anything else. So it helps you to kind of like really trust yourself more, you know, it helps you to ground yourself, to recenter yourself, you know. So it's not only about like breaking a negative thought pattern, because there is just so much more to it. And this gorgeous larvikit pendant, my gorgeous Geminini, I highly recommend you to get, and the link to buy this is in the description below, but it's going to be up here somewhere. You see the link is going to be up here. You click and then it's going to show you where can you actually buy this. The next important date, my gorgeous Gemini, is going to be on the 12th of November. On the 12th of November, you know that this is so good. This is absolutely brilliant, because it's all about a waiting game, something that you've been waiting for, and something that you have been so kind of like something that you're so passionate about, but something that you've been patient about as well, something which you have been so patient about for so long. It's slowly but surely, it's about to start coming through. So you know, it's to do with a certain wish. It's like, this means to you so much. This in itself, it's going to start changing your world in so many different ways, because on one hand, you've been waiting for this so patiently for so long. My gorgeous Gemini, I really hope you understand what this is, because this is so important. So it's to do with something that you've been waiting for patiently for so long, and now you are going to have a clear indications, and you will know that, you know, there is something which is going to start manifesting here. There is some kind of a wish that is slowly but surely going to start coming through here, but you need to understand why you're going to feel excited. It's not that this is like manifested itself completely, but but the excitement that you are going to feel, it's going to come purely because of the steps that you're going to realize which you're going to need to make. These steps are so important, but it's an organic way of like kind of moving on from this point kind of onwards. And this in itself, it is going to be such a beautiful moment in time where you are going to find yourself on the spiritual quest. Why? Because you're going to realize that a very, very bad and very dark stage and very negative stage of your life is slowly but surely coming to an end now. Now this is bringing you light at the end of the tunnel. This is going to be such an important stage of your life where you're also going to realize that you are going to be able to start moving on towards much calmer waters after this stage, after this period. You've been through so much, and you're also going to be thinking about the fact how certain people have also like kind of stabbed you in the back, you know, not only lately, but this has been happening for a while. You felt stabbed in the back, you know, even sometimes by the people who you even who you shouldn't feel like that, like a people very close to you. It has been very, very difficult indeed. So this is all going to be on your mind quite a lot, but the more this is on your mind, the more passionate you're actually going to be. Just remember, this is the time when you're going to find yourself on the spiritual quest where you are slowly but surely going to start moving on with your life, and this in itself is going to be very, very important indeed. Okay, another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Geminini, is this absolutely stunning ruby zoysid. Ruby zoysid is absolutely brilliant when it comes to meditation. One of the most powerful crystals when it comes to meditation, because while you're meditating, you understand so much more, you realize so much more, you see so much more than you normally would. You know, that's why this is so important, because it opens you up so nicely. It makes you feel optimistic, it makes you feel happy. It's fantastic for appreciation, abundance, vitality, and growth. It brings healing and positive energy into your life. This gorgeous ruby zoysid you can also buy, my gorgeous Geminini, and the link is going to be in the description up there. It's going to be like I've been saying for so long, the link is in the description below. The link is going to be up here in the corner, you will see. You just click on it and then it's going to like expand. The next important date, my gorgeous Geminini, is going to be the 27th of November. The 27th of November, you are really going to find this so challenging. There is the specific situation that you're going to be dealing with on the 27th of November. Something urgent is going to happen, something urgent. And you're going to need to respond to this. You're going to need to be very responsible when it comes to this. Something urgent is going to happen and you're going to need to respond to this. This is a lot to do with your own responsibility. No one else can do this but you. But for some reason you're going to find this really challenging. But you need to be strong, because you can do this. And not only that, this is going to turn out to be really successful, you're going to realize something about yourself here. This is so imminent. This is important when it comes to your journey, your spiritual journey, because you are going to realize something about yourself by the end of the day, which is going to trigger vision, some kind of a vision, how you want your life to be. There is something that you're going to learn about yourself, there is something that you're going to realize about yourself, but at the same time you're going to see an element of something that you want to bring into your life, and that in itself you're not going to be able to stop thinking about, and it's going to very soon in turn into what exactly is missing in your life. And this is going to be very, very clever, you know, very clever, very smart and very intelligent, and intuitively you will know that you're doing the right thing, because you know, when it comes to money and when it comes to finances and that type of security, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. This is going to make sure, like, while you're doing this, you make sure that you don't kind of have a certain worries or problems when it comes to money, finances, and things like that. So this is why this is going to be so brilliant. But the more time goes by, the more you're going to realize how passionate you're actually going to start feeling about it. So the 27th of November is really going to reveal what is missing in your life, my gorgeous Geminini, the 27th of November. And this is so brilliant. By the time you get to the 29th of November, you're going to be a little bit worried, because in the 29th of November, you're going to hear something very scary on the outside. outside, very dodgy on the outside, very bizarre on the outside. You know by now when I say on the outside, I mean like it's nothing to do with your life, your personal life, but it's to do with things on the outside that you hear, that you become aware of, that you notice, you know, but you know that this is affecting your life as well. This can affect your life as well, you know. So on the 29th of November, probably the certain news, something that you're going to hear, and it's really going to scare you. It's really going to scare you. And when it comes to this, and it's nothing to do with your life, I'm not trying to scare you, but like on a much larger scale, what you're going to hear, it's like, oh my God, it's really going to make you question certain things about your life, about your own reality. You're going to be thinking, what is real, what is not real, what is the truth, what is not truth, you know. My baby, there can be 5 million questions on your mind and realization, but you have to understand and do not forget about divine intervention occurring throughout the actual month of November. Divine intervention at this moment in time is going to occur to you in such a way where you will know that a big, absolutely massive step, massive change is going to be absolutely impossible and not to do in order to kind of protect yourself, you know. So you will know that there is going to be a massive huge step that you're going to not need to make, but to start thinking about it, you know. And this in itself, it's later on really going to be proven to be probably one of the best things you've ever done to yourself, because it's going to lead towards you reconnecting with yourself and living the lifestyle that otherwise you would never attempt to live unless everything kind of unfolded in your life in this particular way. This in itself is bringing you a beautiful, gorgeous lotus moment. Again, my gorgeous Geminini, which means that now this is your reward. This is your reward for everything dark, negative, and very sad that you've been through within the last couple of years. It hasn't been easy, but it can't always stay like that. You know, it can't always stay negative. You know, it's a life, so things are going up and down. But most importantly, always, the way out of the situation is going to be by you following your passion, no matter what. By the time you get to the 30th of November, on the 30th of November, my gorgeous Geminini, there is going to be a beautiful experience. This is such a positive experience which you are going to have, and it's going to happen very unexpectedly as well, you know. So a very beautiful, very positive, very optimistic experience you are going to have. And that experience which you are going to have, it's not only going to make you feel really happy and optimistic, but it's at the same time like you will know how to deal with a specific challenge here. You know, that's another challenge here that is going to be kind of resolved when it comes to this positive experience. So this positive experience, it's actually going to really reveal to you how to deal with a specific subject, a specific problem here, a specific challenge. But that challenge is consisting of you kind of moving on from something, walking away from something and leaving something behind. You just did not have a strength to do that so far. You did not feel like it's the right time to do this so far, to move on from something and walk away from something fully and completely. This is what you're going to need to do. But this positive experience is really going to open you up. It's just going to be so beneficial when it comes to you starting to think positive. And at the same time, it is most certainly going to show you the way how to walk away from something. Look at this. Where is it now? Here, look at this, my gorgeous Geminini. When it comes to that positive experience, yeah, when it comes to that positive experience on the 30th of November, that positive experience is going to be really important, because it's like not only going to make you feel really good, but it's also going to make you aware of how to walk away from something that you just did not have a strength and power to do so. And this is going to be very, very clever, very smart, you know, thing to do. And you see, it's all, look at this, infinity. Absolutely beautiful infinity. And also at the same time, my gorgeous Geminini, this is going to, look at this, meditation. Surprise, surprise. So this is going to be the 30th of November. Is going to be another day where you should meditate, where you should relax a little bit, because it is going to help you to regain your focus as well. My God, which means that November and December are going to be ridiculously connected, but in the best possible way. There is a lot that is going to start happening in November, and it's going to continue through the months of December, and it's going to kind of resolve itself until the end of December. So this is why it's important to meditate and to regain your focus, because it's going to help you to stay positive. Okay, very important when it comes to your balance. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to say, oh God, I dropped the tarot on the floor. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm gonna see what's gonna happen to those of you in relationships. Absolutely mind-blowing months. There is a massive problem going to come to an end. For those of you Geminis in relationship, you are going to have a mind-blowing news, and this news is going to give you a reason to celebrate. You're gonna feel so happy, because it's to do with something that was on both of your minds for the last 4 months. This problem is going to set you free, because now you're going to be able to do what you wanted to do for a while now. Because of that problem, you couldn't do what you wanted to do. Not only the couples are going to have a reason for celebration, because something incredible is going to happen, like absolutely brilliant, fantastic, mind-blowing achievement. It's going to allow you both to go on the next stage of your spiritual journey, to do something which you wanted to do for absolute ages. Not only this is going to be brilliant when it comes to your own happiness, but it's also going to be brilliant when it comes to you both getting closer together. You're going to feel so connected, and this is absolutely beautiful. By the end of November, the couples, you are going to make a very, very significant decision, a very important decision. Okay, so this is going to be brilliant. And for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Gemini, it's like brilliant. You know what? It's like you are going to be having a lots of fun. Your energy is going to be different throughout the actual November. I highly suggest you to have fun as much as you possibly can. You're going to love how many people are going to notice you. You're going to shine very brightly. You're going to be extremely attractive to people who you want to be attractive to. And I'm telling you that there are few different people that you're going to come across. My gorgeous Gemini, you're going to be naughty this month. Like, what are you going to be up to, my gorgeous Gemini? No, I'm joking. But there are most, yes, your energy is going to be very powerful, and use it wisely. This in itself is going to be brilliant when it comes to you starting new things, you starting new projects, you wanting to express yourself, but with things in general, but also when it comes to like a single Geminis, you are gonna have lots of fun. I can see you around people, I can see you talking to people, I can see you communicating to people, and I can see lots of people communicating to you, and I can see a few different people noticing you, and you will love which type of people are gonna notice you, because it's gonna be someone who you would think, oh my God, they would never go for me. No, baby, no, you're Gemini, you're gorgeous, of course. So there are a few different like possibilities you are going to find. You know, you're going to have a great time, and this is so important. But there is something that I need to tell you. There is someone that you are kind of still holding on for, whether this is like someone you're still fancying someone, whether this is someone from ages ago, or whether this is someone from, you know, maybe like a few months ago. You need to understand that you need to let someone go before you properly allow someone in. Okay, this is important too. You need to understand you're still kind of giving too much energy in your mind to someone who you shouldn't, so you need to move on from that person. So the fact that all this is going to be happening in November, it's going to be brilliant when it comes to you realizing this, you know, but also at the same time when it comes to you making the most out of your life and having some fun, you know, first. Not that long, it's not going to be that long until someone really gorgeous walks into your life, but now it's time to have some fun, because there are like certain things that you're going to realize about yourself as well, which are going to elevate you, you know. So exactly, just go for it. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.